I went to Atlanta's 3rd annual investfest, an in-person experience combining investing, entrepreneurship, and entertainment. I met 5 high-achieving entrepreneurs who make up a collective called Legacy and Leverage. Let's learn how they made their money.
So I'm a licensed wealth strategist, and so I really like to help people. A lot of people are not aware of what they can do with their money, and they don't realize that their money sitting in a bank is actually losing value every single day. And so my clients are mostly high net worth individuals, and they'll do a lot of flexing of, okay, I got $200,000 in the bank, or I have $100,000 in the bank, but it's actually like, you're not very smart for doing that, okay? Inflation is at an 8% rate right now, which means that the money sitting in the bank is losing value every single day due to inflation.
So I'm a credit specialist, and ultimately what I do is I help 9-to-5ers and entrepreneurs get rich off credit by understanding the foundations of it and basically building out a bulletproof credit profile to then leverage it to create multiple streams of income.
What's the best financial advice that you could give to someone who's aspiring to get their business going to a 6-figure level?
So basically, the financial advice that I could give you is that when it comes to credit, credit is the foundation, right? So you want to use your credit not as a consumer, but as an investor, right? So you got a lot of people who open up like Macy's cards, Victoria's Secret, Target, things of that nature.
Right.
You don't want to do that because one, those are retail cards, and then essentially you're just putting yourself in bad debt. There's a difference between good debt and bad debt. You know what I'm saying? Bad debt is the debt that's going to put you under. Good debt is the one that's going to create income for you. You know what I'm saying? So when I tell you, when it comes down to credit, let that be your foundation. Become from an investor standpoint and just invest it in multiple vehicles that's going to give you that profit. You know what I'm saying? That would be my goal. So for example, like I started a rental car business. I own $1 million real estate portfolio. You know what I'm saying? So these are vehicles that I use my credit to leverage to produce income for me to sustain a lifestyle for me and my family.
So my name is Double R, and I teach people how to make money in commercial real estate without using any of their own cash or credits.
What is some of the best financial advice that you could share to the next generation?
Financial advice, this is just based on my experience. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself. It doesn't matter. You don't have to have a whole lot of money. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to start with what you have and just work with it. But don't be afraid to invest 100% into yourself, because that's where you're going to get the most results from. Financially, don't be afraid to, it doesn't matter how little you have, just invest into yourself. That's my best advice.
That's huge, because yourself produces everything.
Exactly.
Every single thing.
So I'm business with Ty. I do all things taxes. So I'm basically teaching small business owners how to keep money and put it back into their pocket through tax strategies.
What's the most valuable lesson that you feel like you've learned being 8 years in business?
Even when you think you know it all, you really don't. There's always more to take in. There's always more to learn. And I also learned to not try to do everything myself. You need a team. You need to collaborate with people. You need to build a community because you need that support. So don't try to keep doing things yourself. Try to network. Networking is very important. Try to network. Keep building. Definitely keep building. So that was one thing I learned. I try to always do things myself. Like I was like a solo entrepreneur for a really long time. And then I just learned to start building a team and trying to delegate and taking some of the pressures off myself so that I can reach my full potential. I can't reach my full potential if I'm trying to do everything myself. It's just not going to happen.
So I know you already got some game and there's a lot more good stuff coming, but instead of just listening passively, I want you to listen interactively. So focus on just getting one thing you can take from this video and immediately begin applying it. That will make the most difference and bring the most value to your life. One thing, write it down, make sure you apply it. Do it. Do it now. Not now, but after the video's done, do it. For someone who is like, you're an entrepreneur, you have some great months, but you're struggling, what is some general valuable business advice that you could give from your experience?
Yeah, one thing I want people to understand is leverage is the language of the wealthy. And so for small business owners, a lot of times we don't think about leverage, okay? And how we can best leverage other people, other places, or other things, okay? That's the reason why strategic partnerships are so valuable, okay? So for entrepreneurs, it's extremely important for us to get into whether they be big rooms, small rooms, whatever, so that you can network with other people. Because when you are down, let's just say you can't figure something out, you don't always know who you can call to get advice, because your circle is a circle of people that are 9-to-5ers. You know what I'm saying? Or they're your parents and they think old school, or, versus being able to get with an entrepreneur buddy, that you could just bounce some things off of.
I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I own multiple businesses, down from commercial cleaning, funding, business funding, credit repair. It goes on and on, right?
What would be the best, given you so experienced, best business advice that you could share with someone who is also an entrepreneur?
I would say make sure you take full advantage of business funding. A lot of people need access to capital to be able to grow and scale a business. And what a lot of people don't know is that a lot of small businesses fail because they don't have access to capital. So make sure you always be able to get access to capital. Go and build relationship with these bankers, these business relationship managing bankers. With that being said, you'll get access to a lot of capital and you'll be able to grow and scale your business efficiently.
My last question, you apparently live a little bit of life.
Yep.
You got a couple great hair.
Yeah, a little bit
It
of
looks good,
experience.
honestly, it's good, it's good.
Appreciate it.
What is some life wisdom that you can impart on the younger generation?
So for the younger generation,
not the younger generation.
No, I get what you're saying. The youth. Be patient. Take your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, success does not come overnight, and try not to keep up with the Joneses and imitate what you see on social media, television, right? Like, success is a gradual process. You never want to try to speed that process up. Take your time, save your money, invest your money, read, educate yourself, look for different opportunities to help compound and multiply your income. You know what I'm saying? Everything else it is that you enjoy, the luxuries, the lavishness, it will come in due time. But ultimately, you want to keep your head down, stay focused, keep your heads in the book, and then just grow your income. Take care of your family.
You made me think of nature, right? When you're growing something in the garden,
right,
you just got to grow it, and it grows how it grows, right?
Right.
I definitely, further back in my youth, I was always trying to do something really quick because I saw other people do it, and that's just what you see. So I think that's so relatable for me. So what is one word of wisdom you would like to share that's really helped you become the person that you are?
Ooh. Okay, so people always say you're good at one-liners, and I am, okay? Because I will drill down a one-liner on people, okay? But one thing I want to say is discipline. And you being in the martial arts, that being your hobby or in that space, right? You could appreciate this as well, okay? But discipline. If you practice a discipline, you'll never have to pray for a miracle. There's so many. The lack of discipline typically will have us praying for miracles. So, for example, if you're not disciplined with your money, you're going to find yourself one day on your knees praying for a miracle that I have money. If you don't have discipline in the way you eat, you're going to be praying one day, God, please don't make me get rid of this kidney. You know what I'm saying? Like, every area of our life requires some sort of discipline. And that practicing discipline will alleviate us literally have to scrambling around praying for something to happen. So that's what I got.
I'm gonna rewatch this tonight because I love that so much.
I think one part that I'm gonna add in is outside of this, I have a history in psychology. I have a mental health background. I'm a therapist.
Are you really?
Yes, I am. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So from the psychology standpoint, we all become products of our environment. So if you constantly see something, it is natural for you to try to imitate it. So it's important for you to change your surroundings. We are what we take in. You know what I'm saying? So you want to change what you eat. You want to change what you watch. You want to change what you listen to. You want to change who you interact with, right? And ultimately that will transform you and transition you into a place that, ultimately you'll be satisfied with.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to drop a comment below, and here are the next 2 recommended videos for you.